what gave you the confidence to take on a renovation project?
So we've got lots of support from family as well and friends. All of his friends are in the trade and Jordan is as well.
I suppose the thing for me is to always get past the dust stage. I've been living and breathing dust.
That is the biggest waste of time.
Yeah.
It can do like every hour. It was like...
Hello, my name's Ed and welcome to Property Curiosity. Property Curiosity is an Instagram live series that I'm running at the moment where I interview other house renovation and home accounts. It's over an Instagram live and it's about 10 minutes long with 6 quick questions, hopefully sparking some really interesting conversations about property and renovation in general. This week I interview Hannah from Wiltshire Renovators, and her property is really interesting for a number of reasons, one of them being that the former owner smoked indoors for a number of years and left tar all over the walls and things like that, so she spent a lot of time cleaning it. The series will be running once a week on my Instagram, which is in the description below, where you can watch it live. But for those of you that don't have Instagram, I'm going to be editing them and uploading them onto YouTube. So please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Here we go. Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Excited to kick things off, to be honest.
Hi, everyone.
So I thought I'd just give a brief introduction of myself and my project, and then you can do the same. So I'm Ed from Edshomereno, which was formerly Lil House Reno, which I changed recently. I live in Southampton. I've just turned 25. And I'm about, I'd say, a third of the way through my project. I've got sort of the kitchen and the bathroom and all the heavy stuff done, the plumbing, and getting onto electric, so moving into the finishes stage. And yeah, that's pretty much me. Do you want to give a little introduction of yourself and your project, please, Hannah?
Yeah, so I'm Hannah. I'm 27, and then I'm renovating property with my partner Jordan. So I run this account, but he doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
We're based in Wiltshire, obviously, which is in the southwest of England. We're about 3 months into our project. We're about a month off moving in, so we've done like the electric, the heating, and the major parts to strip out. But yeah, ours is going to be, I think, a lot slower than yours, so we're a long way off finishing.
Yeah, I mean, mine's a smaller scale, I think, so it's probably easier. Yeah, okay, well, that's the introductions. I'll jump straight into the questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, cool. So the first question is, what gave you the confidence to take on a renovation project, which I think is interesting for a lot of reasons?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do a renovation. For as long as I can remember, when I was in college, I was interested in property and design. And Jordan's parents renovate as well. So we've got lots of support from family as well and friends. All of his friends are in the trade and Jordan is as well. So yeah, we
yeah, that's interesting, because I'd say you kind of need something to give you the confidence to do it. So for me, my dad knows pretty much all the trades, so he'll come and help me because I live on my own. He's sort of part of my support bubble, so he can come and help me do things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always interesting to know how people sort of get the confidence to do it, because you really are taking on a big project with any house.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's good to know that, I suppose. So the second question, what budget have you allowed for to renovate the property?
So we're doing it in like a phased approach. So before we move in, we've got like 4 months. So we're in month 3. We've probably got a month to go. So for that like phase of the project, we've put aside £10,000 plus like whatever we're earning on top. So it's like 10 savings, and then as we're earning, we're like putting more on.
Okay.
Use credit cards as well at this point.
So interesting.
We're waiting for a house sale to go through, and then once that goes through, that will release quite a chunk of equity from the previous house. So
right. Yeah.
£50,000 to £60,000 to then continue with the rest of the renovation. But hopefully that will go towards an extension as well. So it won't just be renovating what's already there.
Okay. So what is that, like a phase 2 sort of thing? The extension, you're not doing that as, the initial project?
Yeah, that's right. So it could be, we're not really sure. We might when we move in, we're probably going to like put the brakes on a little bit. It's been really intense getting it ready to move in. So we'll probably have a bit of a like recoup and then readjust our finances and go from there.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, do you have like a maximum that you want to spend on this house, or not really? No, at this point.
Yeah, because we haven't had quotes for building work yet, so it's hard to say what we're likely to spend. But if we do go ahead with the extension, we'll probably just get like a cell built by someone else, and then we'll do the interior. So hopefully, like we'll come under what is normal to spend, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I suppose you always need some sort of contingency as well. Like you just don't know what the costs are going to be.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have architects' costs as well, I guess, for the extension. You're gonna need to go through planning and things for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just not gonna know, I suppose, until you get to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is the unknown.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next question. How long have you given yourself to complete the project? I mean, this is quite an open-ended question, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, very open-ended. Obviously, as I've said, we've got sort of the 4 months before moving in. So our goal for that time was to have a working bathroom, at least one bedroom finished, and a space for me to work from home. And then kitchen wise, we're happy to just have like something temporary, just to like enough to get by on while we do the actual kitchen. And then after that, because we're going to be doing so much of the work ourselves and we both work full time, Jordan's self-employed, so he can't I can take annual leave, but he can't because he won't get paid.
Yeah.
Be like evenings and weekends for the foreseeable future, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, would you have sort of like a maximum time limit? So you don't want it to be going on. I suppose the thing for me is to always get past the dust stage. I've been living and breathing dust for the last sort of month, but I've just come over that horizon now. And yeah, it's not as dusty as it was. It's still dusty, but I think sort of really getting past that stage is a must for any project.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just even to have like some safe areas, like sanctuary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not dusty, but we are still like very much in the dust stage. The house is just. There's no point cleaning it because you start cleaning it and then something else gets done and it's just a complete waste of time. But by the time we move in around maybe a month's time, we need to be out of that stage. But long term, in terms of like completion, I really hope we're finished in 2 years. Like,
yeah, I think that's
really
hope. Yeah,
I think that's an achievable goal.
Trouble is with you'll get past the dust stage and then you do your extension and you'll be back into it again.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to put off doing it, because I'm like, oh yeah, it might be better to wait, but then it's like undoing work that you've already done. So
yeah, no, exactly, but I guess it needs to be done.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on. How much work are you guys doing yourself versus getting the trades in, or friends and family helping out?
So the only trades we like officially had in is we've had a rewire, the plumbing system's been replaced. Other than that, we've done everything either via ourselves or friends and families. But in saying that, some of them are in trade. So Jordan's brother's gardener, like lots of things like that. So although they're friends and family, they are trade, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
But the majority of it, like we've put our hand to pretty much everything. So I
guess again that's something that's giving you the confidence to go for it and do a project, because you've got these people around you, this sort of safety net that can help out in various ways.
Save you wrong. But we've even done plastering. Jordan's done almost all himself and never plastered before this, and to be fair, he's done a really good job. So but it's not an easy job. I wouldn't have taken that on by myself, but he was confident. But I think what you're saying is right with the confidence thing of having that safety net. Like if you believe you can do it, you can. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it helps.
Plastering's a big one actually as well. There's quite an art to plastering, isn't there? Getting clean walls. I think the fact that this place that I've got is from the Victorian era, none of the walls are straight anyway. So I think you can sort of get away with maybe dodgy plastering in places. Not that I want that, but if I'm doing it myself, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more forgiving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Is the property more of an investment or sort of a home for you and Jordan?
I'd say it's both. So
Yeah.
I kind of plan things 5 years, and I can't really see much past that in all like big decisions that I make. But yeah, we're definitely going to live there for at least 5 years, but it still will be an investment because there is a lot of money to be made in the property. So whether we move on and buy something else or possibly take some equity out and invest that elsewhere,
Yeah.
Going to
Or
keep
you get completely sick of it and don't want to do it again.
yeah, which is quite possible.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. I think that's, you know, what gravitates people towards property. It's got so many different options. So for me, I want this place to be a buy to sell. Like that's originally why I bought it, but you know, through different personal situations, I might want to stay or rent it out, or you know, you've got so many different options. So yeah, I guess it just opens the door in that way.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah. What would be the next project out of interest? That, I mean, is that even in your head?
I'd love to have buy-to-let property. So if we were to invest in something else, we'd probably buy something that was like an easy rental, but that needs a bit of work. So sort of buy it below market value, do it up and rent it out.
Yeah.
That would be definitely something that would be on the cards.
I think that's definitely something that's on my radar as well to do. Yeah. Okay. Final question. And this is an interesting one and personal to yourself. Would you recommend buying a house whose previous owner smoked indoors?
Yes, I do.
Simple question. Yeah.
Puts a lot of people off buying them, and I understand why. But what I've learned from doing it is that a lot of the processes and things that we've had to do, if you're going to be buying a renovation house, you're going to have to do those things anyway. So like plastering, sealing the walls are the main things, and also stripping it out. So most of the smell was out of the property within the first weekend because we stripped everything out.
Right. Yeah.
It was structural, it was in the skip. So I know the cleaning's more work, but in terms of like the profit that is made, like is there to be made, yeah, I'd do it again. I would recommend.
Yeah, I guess like you're saying, yeah, because of inherently people don't like that, it's going to put people off. So you know, you might be able to drive down the price because the person has smoked indoors before. So yeah, I guess it gives you an advantage in that way.
Yeah,
if you're willing to do the cleaning work. I mean, out of interest, how long did it take you to do the cleaning of the walls and things?
It's hard to like put an exact figure on it because it wasn't.
So say one wall.
Yeah.
In a room. How long would that take? Like an hour or something?
No, not even that long.
No.
It's quite quick. I don't know whether it's because of the products that I was using. But once if you've obviously seen the video, but once you spray it just like melts off the wall.
Right.
And you're just wiping it away, if that makes sense. So you're more trying to absorb it than actually clean it. But yeah, a wall, like you could probably do a whole room in, like easily under 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
That's better than I thought. So are there specific products for doing that, or are you literally just using sort of bleach and things like that?
So the smoke, like the tar that's on walls, is a grease. So it's the same way that you would clean grease. So things like washing up liquid, elbow
liquid,
yeah, bicarbonate soda, anything like that you would clean like your dishes with, basically. And then it just melts away. And then you just want to like use a deodorizer like white vinegar. Just sort of gets rid of the smell a bit more.
Yeah,
not difficult.
Febreze or something.
Sorry?
Febreze or something.
Yeah. One of my friends air freshener when I first moved in, and I was like, that is the biggest waste of time.
Yeah.
It did just like every hour, it was like it wouldn't do anything.
Get like an incense candle or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that concludes the first episode. Thank you for joining me. Thanks, Hannah, and everyone who's here. Yeah, I'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Thursday again.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Thank you, Ed.
No worries. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.